we're doing this spinal reset sequence, and it's going to be done on the hands and knees and down on the belly. So it's just a little quick pick-me-up, especially if you're doing a lot of sitting, a lot of forward bending, to just get the body and the front of the body especially to open up and to feel a little bit more supple and just a little bit more free, not so locked up and in this kind of cocoon shape, I guess. So we're just going to start with some cat-cow. So you're just going to come onto the hands and the knees. And we're just going to take about a minute or so of this, so you can move as quickly as you would like. We'll start together, and then you can just take your own direction. So as you breathe in, let the belly go long, take the gaze up, filling your lungs and looking high. Exhale, dip your chin into your chest, scoop your pubic bone forward, round your spine, tuck your chin deep, 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 deep into your chest. Inhale. Belly goes long as you breathe in, filling up the lungs, looking up and gripping the fingertips down. Exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin into your chest and really push down through your hands. And keep going like this. So as you move in your own way and you allow the spine to become supple, notice how the movement guides the breath. And the breath can also guide the movement. Sometimes we end up over-breathing, keep going, as we allow the breath to guide the movement. So as you round the spine, naturally, your body will want to deflate to create space. And as you come into your back bend here, naturally, the lungs will fill as they're becoming flared. And we'll just take a few more moments of this cat-cow position for yourself. You might have come up with some other ways that you can create your own cat-cow here, or be creative for other types of movements. And then we'll come into a neutral spine when you're ready. There's no rush, just finishing the last thing that you're doing here. Okay, we're going to come all the way down onto the belly. It doesn't matter how you get there. I'm going to show you guys sideways, so coming down all the way to lie onto the belly. So the first thing we're going to isolate and work into is the upper spine strength, or sorry, the lower spine strength, okay? We're definitely incorporating all of the strength of the spine when we lift up against gravity, but we're going to break it up into sections so that we start to feel into where we can target particular areas of the spine. So from here, we're going to come down with the legs together, squeeze them. You don't have to have the heels connecting. You might have a gap between the heels, okay? And the hands, palms are going to be flat. Now for this version, we're going to draw the 5 fingers together, and we're going to squeeze the elbows in nice and tight to the sides of the body, and we'll start with the chin forward. So squeezing between the thighs, squeezing the legs, chin is forward and long, squeezing the elbows in. Keep your 5 fingers together while you're here, and then squeeze into your glutes to feel your pubic bone push down. And inhale, we're going to lift the chin first and pause. So it's the chin that's lifted first. We're pausing, squeeze between the thighs. The second thing we're going to lift is now the eyes, which will go up a little bit higher. Pause. Now we're going to start to incorporate the lift of the chest. Pause. And then we're going to start to incorporate the lift of the ribs, and this is where we stay, okay? Chest lifts, just the ribs are off the mat, elbows are squeezing in, look up, and exhale, lower all the way down. So it was a little mini one, okay? Let's take it again, and we're going to go quicker, and we're going to lift a little bit higher. So chin is forward. First thing, lift chin, squeeze legs. Second thing, lift eyes, squeeze legs. Third thing, lift chest, squeeze legs. Fourth thing, lift ribs, squeeze legs. We're going to add lifting up until you feel your belly button hover just above the mat. Now squeeze your elbows in. You can look up, 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 or you can keep your gaze a little bit more forward. Squeeze the elbows, squeeze the legs, lift up, chest up. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. From here, look over one side, putting the ear on the mat, and relax and breathe for about 3 to 5 breaths. Okay, let's bring the chin forward. So this next cobra that we're going to do, we're going to have the same placement of the hands and the legs together. Now with the hands, you want to have them so that they're underneath your shoulders. So when you start, you have the fingertips level with the top of the shoulder, rather than the hands being forward in front of you here or too far back behind you, okay? And we're going to come into a bit of movement with the head. So chin is forward to start. Squeeze the legs, squeeze into the glutes. Let's lift the chin, pause. We'll lift the eyes, pause. We'll lift the chest, pause. Lift the ribs, pause. Lift up to the belly button. Now, look over one shoulder, doesn't matter which one. Good. Then, go through center. Look over the opposite shoulder. Come through center. Look over. Other shoulder, this time go up, all the way around, and again, go all the way around with the head, and then look through center, slowly lower, all the way down. Look to the opposite side with the arms and the legs relaxed. All right, bring the chin forward again. This time, we're going to come onto the fingertips. So the thumbs are in, the forefingers are facing out. We're going to start with the chin down, okay? You can have the face down if you want to, or the chin slightly forward, it's up to you, but we're just not starting with the body lifted. The head will be kind of an afterthought here. So again, charge up the legs. This time the legs don't have to connect completely. You can have a little bit of space between them if you want, or you can squeeze them tight together, your choice. Squeeze into the glutes. Let's first lift up through the upper back. Then you're gonna lift the chin at the top. Here, shoulders down, elbows down. Exhale, lower. All the way down, finish with your elbows in the air and the face down or the chin down. Inhale, lift the upper back first, then lift the chin at the top. At the top, relax your shoulders down, relax your elbows down. Curl, one at a time through the front body, drop the head. Good, again, inhale, upper back lifts up, then at the top, chin lifts, shoulders drop, elbows drop, slowly roll. 2 more like that, a little bit more fluid. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, last one, up. Exhale, down. Good. From here, stack the hands at the top of the mat. Place the forehead down, open the legs, bend the knees, and windshield wiper your legs from side to side here. Allowing the spine to get a little bit of twisting action. Now we've done a lot of work for the lower back area, and now we're going to come into working into the upper back area. So we're going to bring the legs together, again, down onto the mat. And from here, we're going to have the face down and the hands, palms down on either side of the mat, on either side of the body. So in this position, you're going to want to hug your shoulders down, okay, and send your chin forward in this position. So not shoulders up in the air, shoulders hugging down into the mat. If you feel like this position is quite accessible for you, you're going to bring your forehead onto the mat again, and you're just going to try and get one elbow or one pinky finger underneath the thigh. Same with the other one. One elbow, one pinky finger underneath the thigh. So the inside of the elbows are down. Now if you've done this before, you can bring your whole arm, each arm underneath your body, okay? So it really just depends on whether you've done this before. But if this is new to you, then you might just keep this position. What we want to avoid is the elbows bending with the hands underneath the body, okay? We want to make sure that the elbows stay straight. So if that means that we can't bring the hands underneath the body without the elbows bending, then we just keep them along the sides. But some of you are able to get your elbows completely underneath the body with the chin forward, okay? So, up to you. I'm gonna show you with my elbows to the sides because I'm squishing the microphone. So, grab onto the mat with your fingers, stretch your chin forward and long, reach through one leg, it doesn't matter which one, reach it to the back, whatever's behind you, and lift the leg up, pausing here. Now you wanna push your fingers down towards the bottom of the mat to activate your upper back, to charge your body forward to the top of the mat. 3, relax the opposite leg, whatever leg is on the ground, relax it. 2, reach your fingers down. 1, lower the leg down, come into the other side. Inhale, leg lifts. Make sure your arms are not just passive. You want to be able to push your fingers down. It's like you're sliding on your skin. 3, relax your lower leg. 2, shoulders down, grab into the floor. Lift. 1, lower the leg down. From here, turn your mouth down on your mat. Now see if you might be able to get your hands a little bit closer underneath your body. Again, those of you that can, bring your elbows underneath the stomach and also keep the arms straight. Go ahead. That might mean your pinkies touch side by side. So head is down, face is down. Squeeze the legs, reach your fingers down towards the bottom of the mat, and lift both legs up for 10. Charge your body forward to the top of the mat. 9, 8, 7, squeeze legs. 6, 5, point toes. 4, 3, fingers down. 2, and 1. Slowly, slowly. Let your legs lower all the way down. Release your arms so that they relax beside the body. Turn and look to one side. Relax your ear down on the mat. Breathe here. So when we work into that type of pose, we're really engaging the upper back. And the more that we get the arms underneath the body, the more we push the fingertips down to the bottom of the mat, then the more we can create engagement in the upper body. If the arms are along the sides of the body, it's much more into the lower spine. So we really want to anchor down the front of the body for when we do that type of movement. Okay, good. So from here, we're going to come into working our full locust pose, which is that movement through the chest, that movement through the legs as well, to really target the middle area of the spine, okay? So from here, we're gonna take the arms and we're gonna start them forward in a wide V. The head is gonna be down. You wanna have those, the knife edge of the pinky fingers down and the face down. And what you're gonna do is imagine that you have like sand that's sitting in front of your hand, and you're gonna try and scoop it up as you lift. The elbow won't bend, but instead scoop and lift. So it's a slight external rotation through that arm. So we'll come forward, reaching those fingers. Forehead is down to start. Squeeze the legs together, squeeze the glutes. Remember, there's that sand in front of the palm. So you want to scoop it and then lift it. Let's go. Looking forward, scoop the sand. Inhale, lift arms, body, head, legs. Palms are facing up. Squeeze the legs together. Now I want you to keep the sand in the hands and open up the palms, keeping the arms as high as you can. Pause here. Now we're going to let the sand drop by turning the hands, palms forward to whatever's in front of us. Good. Then we're going to allow the hands, palms to turn down and keep the chin up. Lift legs and arms and chest. Legs and arms and chest. One more time. Legs and arms and chest. And slowly lower everything all the way down. And then look to the opposite side. Relax. Okay, we're going to come into some spinal twisting here. So you're going to take the hands and you're going to stack them at the top of the mat. Place the forehead down. Let's do the same leg together for this one. And we're going to squeeze the left heel into the buttocks. So squeeze the left heel into the buttocks. And then from here, you're going to lift the left thigh up and allow the leg to reach and rotate around. Keep your left elbow and your left chest down to the mat as much as possible. Now, if the spine is quite tight, if the hip flexors are tight, it's going to be quite challenging for you to lean the leg over without taking weight off of your left elbow and your left chest. So you can walk that left elbow in to feel the leg lean over and then try to walk the left elbow out again. Keep your left chest down. Try not to let your chest make the twist, but instead we're coming into the twist through the lower area of the spine and the middle area of the spine. If we start to move the left elbow, then we come into more of a pectoral stretch through the right chest. What we're looking for is the priority to be isolated into the twist of the spine, not the movement through the front of the chest. So keep allowing the leg to lean over as much as possible. Finding that twist. And then we'll slowly come back through, lower the leg down. Let's come into the other side, squeeze the right heel into the buttocks, lift the right thigh up, and then open and twist. So again, if you can keep your right elbow and your right chest down while you let your right leg reach over to the side, then that's fine. But if you're having a hard time getting that lean, then allow your right elbow to slide so you can lean more, and then bring the right elbow out to the right side again, and try to really connect and magnetize your right chest down to the mat, rather than allowing the leg to lean further because you move through the right upper body. Keep those both elbows, especially the right elbow, as an anchor point, in order to allow the chest to be isolated, or the twist rather, to be isolated in the spine instead of opening of the chest. Couple more breaths. Okay, good. Let's slowly lower down. All right, from here right away, we're going to come up into wide legs, okay? And chin lifted. We're going to come into cactus arms, just trying to open up the chest a little bit more. So cactus arms through here. And because the head is lifted, we're also going to lift the arms up. And we're going to take the arms and reach them out to the sides, long, and then again, bend the elbows. Keep your legs active. Again, long, and bend the elbows. One more time. Long, and bend the elbows. Good. From here, reach the arms back as much as you can. Bend the knees, flex the feet. That's why we started with the legs wide. We'll have the thumbs up to the ceiling, which means your armpits are open. So we're not having the thumbs up because the shoulders are rotated down like this. We're having the thumbs up because the shoulders are rotated open. So you're trying to show the armpit. Now lift the thighs up for 3. Lower the thighs down. Lift the thighs up for 2. Lower the thighs down. Lift the thighs up for 1. Lift your chin, lift your chest. Now turn your thumbs down. Grab onto your ankles and start to give yourself a little bit of a kick. So the kick can take you forwards, it can pull you back, or it can keep you settled neutral. It's up to you. If you let the kick pull you back, this will feel different than if you allow the spine to stay a little bit more centered on the belly. If you don't allow the chest to lift, then the head will stay down, okay? So you can choose how much kick, how much lift, and where you want to go. Squeeze thighs one more time, kick. Slowly release everything down to the ground. And relax. Put one ear down onto the mat. Relax and breathe. Okay, good. Let's turn the gaze neutral. We're going to bring the hands under the shoulders, and because we did all of that back bending, now we're going to use activity in the abdomen. So the head is down, tuck your toes under, keep your knees on the mat, and then just lift your belly button off the mat. So if you're not so sure, you can look, you can see, okay? And then lower the belly button down again. Try it again. Belly button lifts off the mat. So in other words, you're trying to scoop your pubic bone forward and then lower that down. Last time, belly button lifts. Now you want to keep that so that when you push to child's pose, you're looking into your belly. So push and look in the belly. Push back, push back, push back. Exhale, untuck the toes and relax. And soften into your child's pose. So we're going to stay here for a couple of minutes. Feel free to come into a different variation of child's pose if your body permits it. This version can be really nice for the low back. Arms in between the legs reaching to the feet, and you turn and look to one side, resting down, or to the other side, doesn't matter which side, and then you let the body relax here. If your head is turned to one side, just turn it to the opposite side now. Just a few more breaths here. Alrighty, from here, gently sliding out of your child's pose or just coming up. Okay, we'll swing the legs around to the top of the mat. And then from here, lying down to relax on your back. You might like to give your knees a little bit of a squeeze in and rock your way from side to side. And then when you're ready, let your legs relax and soften. So hopefully you'll feel that there's a little bit of reset in your spine. Things are feeling a bit more open. Back bending is quite a stimulating practice. So if you are doing this practice and it's in the nighttime or afternoon or evening, and you're needing to wind down, just follow it up with a few forward folds, maybe legs up the wall. But if you're going about your day, you're all ready to go. Reset through the spine. So just taking your time to lay here. Take as long as you need to. Thank you so much for joining me in this spinal reset practice. And I will see you soon. Thank you so much.